I really sometimes like the balanced debate that always Onyonga very brilliantly so sometimes, but I must be honest with you. I think Richard Onyonga has somewhat come slightly low on the way he has always been very abrasive when he looks at earlier when he was handling some of these government programs that you might have had a disagreement with. I'm really surprised today at the way he is speaking well, because every Kenyan now is beginning to appreciate a number of programs that President William Ruto initiated before. They were pretty harsh to the minds of many because he chose and said, let's take some of these hard decisions, whether you're talking about SHA. Of course, we didn't expect that SHA is going to be, a true pass on it. There have always been challenges, but one of the things I appreciate, every time there are issues, they've always been adjusting, to be able to fit, to be a tool for purpose in providing universal health care coverage for every Kenyan. So they've always been, people raise issues, we've been adjusting it. When you're talking about even the aspect of housing, I appreciate that there are still issues that have not been able to be finalized on the same, but sincerely there was a serious need for housing programs in this country. President William Ruto reached out to all of us and explained, several times, and he would tell us, do you have any other idea other than that which we are looking at it from this perspective? It was a serious problem in the past. You know that. There was a lot of noise. Even sometimes we were not even able to come to studios like this because people bust us so much, those of us that are supporting the government of the day. But over time, when people now begin to see the reality of what this is doing, when they see in Mukuru Kwanjenga, you see the mama mbogas now, those who are of the low class, those who are actually in slums, now beginning to go into houses where they will not be using, papers for toilets, the flying toilets. Now they have clean water, they have fiber optic, and soon, even as we're going forward, they'll be having piped gases in their houses. Now, people have beginning to have dignified homes. This was the dream of the president initially, and many people had different, views about it, but over time, they're beginning to appreciate. Save for the fact of some, whether you're talking about the student funding model, let's be frank, there were 23 universities when we are coming into leadership that were actually facing bankruptcy. Most of them now are able, they're trying to, their financials are looking up, save for a few, like Moi University and the others that we are still being worked on.
But still, we have your challenges as well. Lecturers have not been paid, the CBA has not been...
we are not young man. Go back to many years, even the time of Moi, all the way through. These aspects of, the strikes have always been there. It's only that the government now needs to make better that case. But the truth of the matter is, it is not a unique thing with the Kenya Kwanza government. It has always been there all that time through. So what we are saying is, and listen, the same funds that we are all collecting from the people is the same that we need also when you write the CBAs, when you have this, CBAs between the lecturers or any other unions that are there, that the government needs to be able to honor. Sometimes it's an act of balancing the resources that are there. So what I know is they will always be handled as we go along. We don't want to see the first years, the students not able to be in school, because I heard when some saying they might want to join the strike because if they're not being taught, it's a serious issue, we agree. But also appreciate the many other things that this government has been able to do. So what I was talking about is, when I heard also my respectable senator here talking about something that was sad when he said, what happened in Kenyatta's time, and something that happened in the unfortunate scenario when we had some issues that happened in this country, I almost told him, don't forget what happened even in Kibaki's time. We know what happened, and there was Mungiki issues in this country. There are many things that are not being spoken out. It's only that now, in the time of William Ruto, everything has been laid bare. Every Kenyan knows exactly what happens within the government, and that is why it is easy to throw stones. But the beauty about it is, when you look at literally everything that William Ruto is doing and us in government, it is towards the betterment of this country. It is moving from the inordinary, moving our nation to the next level.
Can I respond?
So,